Okay, it being 6:30 on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, I would like to call to order the Planning, Zoning, and Historic Commission meeting of East Dundee. Franco, could you take the roll?
Commissioner Herb.
Present.
Commissioner Kruger is absent. Commissioner Feck.
Here.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Here.
Commissioner Stanek is absent. Commissioner Myers is also absent. And Chair Brunner.
Here. Okay, with 4 of us here, we've met quorum, so we may continue. The first item of business is the approval of our September 4th, 2025 meeting minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes as provided in the packet?
Motion to approve is provided in the packet. I'll second.
Okay, any amendments, revisions that we need to make?
No?
Good meet.
It's good.
Okay,
It's
great.
good.
Commissioner Herb.
Yes.
Commissioner Feck.
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Yes.
And Chair Brunner.
Yes. Moving on to our next item of business, public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a comment on a agenda or non-agenda item? Seeing none. Moving on to our first item of business. So the first item on our agenda is a public hearing for a request for a special use to allow for a restaurant with live entertainment as described in section 157050F1D2 of the zoning ordinance located at 315 4th Street, East Dundee, Illinois 60118 in the B1 Downtown Business District. May I have a motion to open a public hearing on my previous described agenda description?
I'll move to open the public hearing.
I'll second.
Okay.
Commissioner Herb.
Yes.
Commissioner Feck.
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Yes.
And Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay. So with this, Franco, did we receive any email or calls or any comments on this item?
No.
Okay. I believe we have the petitioner here. If you could come up to the podium and state your name, and then Franco will swear you in.
My name is Dave Hudson,
And your role at Zambonis?
manager.
And you're representing the applicant?
Yes.
Okay. Do you, please raise your right hand, and do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
So yes, please just provide an overview of what you're looking to do with this special use application.
Right. Okay, so there were a list of questions. I guess the best way to go about it, just go through the answer the questions. Does that make sense?
Just first, perhaps.
So we're looking to have live entertainment. DJs, solo artists, and bands. Weather permitting, bands and solo artists outside. DJs inside. We would move tables. We have a big garage door, so we'd move tables and be in that area. A band or a DJ would set up. If it's a band, and weather permitting, we would set up against the railing alongside of Barrington Avenue, right? And so it'd be back there. We're hoping to have a tent this winter to still be able to utilize that space. And we would have bands and solo artists out there. A solo artist and DJ can play inside. Big bands, I don't see much playing inside unless it's maybe like a trio, something like that. Ultimately, we're looking to have live entertainment, people to gather and have music and entertainment, yeah.
Okay, great. So do we have any questions for him at this point?
What are the hours or weekends, or is it every day
Well,
for the band? the
Oh
live
gosh, no.
music?
See, that's even hard to tell at this point. I could say once a week having some kind of live entertainment at most. I mean, we're not a venue,
Right.
right? We're a sports bar.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's what we're really promoting. But every so often, we'd like to have a live band. And sometimes there might be a party that wants to have live music. So I don't see there being live music there more than, listen, I'm going to be honest, twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah. That could change, right? If it turns into a situation where people are like,
Yeah.
this is where we come to listen to live music, right? Then that's one thing. But again,
Yeah.
we invested in a hockey bar.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah.
You asked about hours too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so the hours of operation or hours the band would be playing?
The band would be.
So I'm also a musician, and I always recommend 6 to 9.
Great.
You know, that's dinner time. People get in there, and now you have this live band, and they're there. And let's say they want to stay now after because they were there for the live music, right? So 6 to 9, 7 to 10. Anything after that, I don't see that being a, you know.
And that would even be for like the DJ?
You know, I'm not certain about that. Let's see
The
what.
DJ would be inside.
DJ would be inside, and solo artists would be inside as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's inside, I can go till probably midnight.
Mhm.
You know, if it's outside, 6 to 9, 7 to 10, I
Yeah.
think would be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
And it's great for musicians too, because then we can be out and enjoy the rest of our evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Other questions?
I have a couple that are just sort of broad.
Love it.
So, given the local vicinity, obviously you've got a couple of other bars with this kind of special use already,
Yeah.
with some outdoor music that I've heard, such as DC Cobb's.
Sure.
They've had singers out on the patio. As a manager, what are your thoughts on music competing with each other if it were on the same night?
Oh, there's something magical about hearing that happen around town. There's live music there. There's live music here. I think it's a beautiful thing. Won't be any competition. Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I've been in, like festivals, outdoor festivals, where, it blends like from one to the
Yeah.
other as you walk around. And I would say in this specific spot too, it is kind of isolated.
Yeah, we're lucky
What-
that
What I
way.
think is neat, right, based on the way
Yeah.
you're saying it, you're gonna have it on Barrington with the speakers shooting south.
Toward the building. Yeah, so you're shooting south, right?
Yeah, which,
Just look at
that light won't go to anybody.
Yeah.
really. I don't think anyone will hear that.
Yeah. I think you're more talking about what we might hear from someone
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think that doesn't bother me.
I'm not asking because I think it should be a don't do it. I'm
Yeah.
just curious what your thoughts on.
Yeah, that's a great question. And my thoughts are positive. I don't think it'll be a
Yeah, that's
problem.
good. I
Yeah.
hope everyone feels that way.
Yeah. I'll go talk to them.
Yeah, there you go. So I want to talk a little bit about, I've been over to your place, and I think the outdoor patio is very large. I mean, it's plenty of room to take away, move some tables around.
Yeah.
Where would you think you would put those tables when you would move them?
Up.
Just pull them up and
Yeah,
kind of
just pull them
increase
up.
the density?
Create larger table spaces. Right
Okay.
now, there's only 3 tables across
Okay.
there. Move them up, move them back, put the tables together, even alongside the
Yeah.
wall there. We can put this set of tables.
Yeah, and then inside, you're saying by the garage door, and right
Right.
now you have, how far, the tables are pretty close to that. Like, how far in from the garage door?
7 feet from the garage door,
Okay,
the
would one
tables
come in?
begin.
And
Yeah.
so you try to just fit in that 7 feet?
We would, again, I think we'd take those tables and probably
Yeah.
move them outside.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was thinking, Franco, the one thing, I'll talk about it later, actually, outside of the public hearing. Okay, any other questions for Dave?
Nope. Not me.
No, mm-mm.
Again, just broad. Have
Yeah.
you or any of the owners spoken to the neighbors in the house just next door about the plan? And
I think
Got my
that
feedback.
that neighbors comes and hangs out.
yeah, okay.
And I think he was even there when we had the live band for our grand party, which, thanks so much for that. That really made it. That really made it, man, I'm telling you. But I think it's a great idea to actually have maybe a discussion with them and introduce ourselves, free tiramisu.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Nope.
No, I'm trying to think if there's any other issues
That's
or
pretty straightforward.
questions.
We'd love to have you all come by.
Okay. So, yeah, well, I
You were there.
encourage
You did it.
everyone to go to all
Yeah.
of those. This is a great one, great addition, I think, to town.
Thank you.
So, did you have a chance to read in the packet the recommendations from our staff on the, let's say, conditions on the
I didn't, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go through them real quick.
I love it.
And let me know if you feel like any of these you have a comment on.
Great.
So the first one, it needs to comply with the, with the village code, unless granted approval from village administrator or village board for permission to end the live entertainment indoors at midnight or Friday or Saturday no more than once per month. So right now we're saying that it has to end at midnight. It can go to midnight once a month? What are you saying there?
So the noise code, I think, is at 11 PM.
Okay,
So if they want to go to midnight, any day up to twice a month, you would get explicit permission
Okay.
from the village.
and that'd be for
administrator.
outside?
I think it's just live entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it says indoors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to go,
It should say indoor.
Past that
outdoor.
special request, we have to say,
Special
hey,
request.
we got this thing going on. We'd like to have this band or DJ play till midnight. And then we ask. And then you either approve it or you don't.
yeah.
Got it.
So, well, and it's midnight, that you can go until midnight on Friday and Saturday, no problem. It's after midnight?
Ordinance I'm looking at says 11, but I might be
11,
looking at the
okay.
wrong one.
Right, so the noise ordinance limits the noise to 11. So if
Mhm.
you want to go to midnight on a day you have a hot band,
Yeah.
you just ask for permission that
Yeah.
day.
Cool.
So this already fit kind of in the times that you set.
Yeah,
for us,
yeah,
you know,
I agree.
generally.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a problem. That
Okay.
seems to be very reasonable.
Yeah. The property must not receive more than 3 noise ordinance citations within a 12-month period.
Mm-hmm.
That's to make sure that we're all being good neighbors.
Indeed.
The property must comply with all applicable requirements of the village code, including without limitation all fire and building codes and standards.
Yes.
So, and then live entertainment must be maintained at a volume appropriate for background music, may not create a disturbance to neighboring properties or residences. That's the catch with our noise ordinance, or is this adding something additional?
This is pretty standard language from the other conditions on the other
Okay.
live entertainment ordinances that were granted to other businesses.
So nothing jumping out there?
Nothing's jumping out there.
Okay.
What is the decibel level that it has to
We
be
don't
at a
have a
certain?
decimal level.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it, no
So it's
problem.
the police officer's discretion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
So yeah, that would be the general, we don't send police around generally
We
looking.
don't assign it, but
Yes.
I don't want to speak for chief,
Yes,
whether they have some investigations that I don't know about.
yeah. So the primary vector is noise complaints.
Yep, makes sense.
So tiramisu might come in handy.
Yeah, wait, we can tiramisus for everybody.
The police officers won't eat the cereals.
You know, I did a recruiting video for the police department, so I know a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And so when I was working on a video, I'm an actor too. I don't know if you know that, but I'm an actor, and I got hired on the TV show Chicago PD, and so they were all super pumped about that. We had a showing at River Street, and a lot of them came through, which
Oh,
was really
nice.
cool. So I'm friendly with the department. What a great
No, it's great.
department.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
So, okay, I think then that's all the conditions that we have?
Well, in the note of the staff recommendation, staff recommends the PZHC craft a condition explicitly stating the permitted days of the week and hours for the board's consideration, like we've done on other.
Yeah, and you were saying Thursday and Friday, right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I
Yeah,
can't
Thursday,
imagine
Friday,
the
Saturday.
Tuesday. I don't think that
Yeah.
that's when hockey's on. You know?
Yeah,
Not a Thursday. We have Thursday night football.
yeah.
So probably more than anything, Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll consider that. Okay, anything else?
Maybe this is just for us to talk about later, but Franca, you had a recommendation about direction, perhaps, of amplification in the notes?
We touched on, it. Did you say the speaker's facing south?
Yes, that's.
Yep,
what-
you're gonna
that's-
be, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
so against the Barrington Road
Yeah.
wall, speakers facing
Yeah,
south.
even inside, funny enough, that's what it would be doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any screening or sound dampening over your fence,
No.
contiguous to your the residential property?
There's a
next to you?
fence. There's an actual wooden fence.
Yeah.
Right, is there
I-
anything else that may be sound dampening or anything?
We also have, there's a bar there. There's material there,
Sure.
but we don't have any quote unquote
Yeah.
professional.
And that's your neighbor's garage, correct? That you're next to?
Right.
Yeah.
So then there's more
right.
materials eating up sound.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is probably significant benefit for the speakers being below, you know, so much.
Yeah, right, we,
below the
you know,
property.
yeah, right, and there's a wall, there's a thick, you know, cement wall there, concrete wall, right there too, right?
Yeah.
You
So-
know.
And there's a garage between the
And
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, I'm not a sound engineer, but it's gonna be more like.
It seems to be pretty
reflections.
ideal, yeah, the way
yeah.
it's set up, yes.
Yeah, but that's interesting, you know, if there ever were, well, them wanting to do more, there's, you know, ability probably to do dampening there. If.
Yeah, right.
If.
You know, we're testing this out.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on?
No.
Okay, well, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing then.
I'll move to close the hearing.
A second.
Commissioner Hurd,
Yes.
Commissioner Feck,
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Yes.
And Chair Brunner.
Yes. So you can take a seat if you'd like. We're gonna now deliberate. So I'd like to go through the findings of fact first. And so we make sure we're all on the same page here. So the first question, as always, is the use is not injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property values within the neighborhood. You know, my take on this one, it will be an opportunity for there to be more noise than there was in the past. I mean, there will be clearly on the days there's live music, there will be noise in that area. And I think we've already touched on the one person who is really likely concerned, it's that house right there. I think, you know, most of the businesses are empty, you know,
At that
those
time.
hours, you know, that are right there, you know, Willow and Birch, and then the right next door to that's the State Farm,
So-
Zeller and State Farm.
Yeah.
And then south of that is the storage barn,
Yeah.
the concrete person.
So really, do we think, you know, do we think would it rise to the level of injurious to these people?
Not if they
I
keep the
don't think
decibels
so.
down, like
Yeah.
we talked about, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I mean,
No, I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a,
particularly with the
think in
conditions
this-
in place. You know.
yeah, and I think in this case, especially because it's not like, you know, there is DC cops right there. It's not like they're in a place that's been totally quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for example, where you live, like if all of a sudden there was a
Then-
bar with live music next to your house, that would really change the environment, you know, on those nights.
It would, yes.
You know,
In this
versus-
case, there's already music, there's already motion
Yeah.
happening,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's not, let's say, a significant change. It
Not
is a
out of
change, but-
place, no.
Yeah, okay.
But I think you're right, the location makes a big difference. Being
Yeah. Yeah.
Surrounded, a couple weeks ago, I was sitting on the West Dundee side of the river,
Mhm.
and Rosie O'Hare's had an outdoor concert, and it was just bouncing off the river and going
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, right.
But this is a different situation.
Yeah, I think Rosie's is a good example. Like if you were approving Rosie's as a brand new place, you may have a different, you know, a different take on it because it is right in the middle of a residential zone. Okay, so not injurious. So we would say yes. Correct?
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay. The use will not impede in the normal and orderly development and improvement of the surrounding property for uses permitted in the district. Anyone have thoughts on this one? I don't think it would really impact it in any way.
It doesn't,
Mhm.
because there was a previous business there too, and,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and then I don't think you know,
No.
it's in line with what we want, right? I mean, we want vibrant entertainment,
Mhm.
you know, places that encourage gathering of people in that
Exactly.
area. That's the purpose. That's the type of development we want. Okay, so that's a yes. Adequate utilities, roads, access roads, drainage, and necessary facilities have been or will be provided. I think we can do an NA on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
fine.
I mean, it's not like he's doing bringing in bands that need like a new, you know, big power, you know,
Yeah.
new
Mhm.
transformer to power their.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Say that for Wine Night Wednesday.
Yeah. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress and egress so designed as to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets. I think that's not applicable.
Also.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. How is the proposed special use in harmony with the purposes, goals, objectives, policies, and standards of the Village of East End comprehensive plan, the zoning ordinance, and any other plan, program, or ordinance adopted or under consideration pursuant to official notice by the village? So we have provided the sections objective 1.3 of goal 1, which is land use and development, which is invest in downtown to keep it a strong central focus of the community. And then the second one is encourage locally owned, unique small businesses that serve East End residents and visitors and encourage entrepreneurship. So I think there's both. Oh, is it on the next page? Oh, great, thank you. And then goal 3, position the village so it can adapt to the changing needs of business owners, workers, and customers and visitors. And we do know that our visitors do love live music. So I'm good with all of these 3.
That's what I meant.
Yep, I agree.
Once again, I would like to highlight my satisfaction that we have a proper comprehensive plan and zoning ordinance, due to the work we did last year, so we have great references like that. Okay. May I have the motion to approve the findings of fact for a special use to allow for restaurant with live entertainment as described in section 157050 F1D2 of the zoning ordinance located at 315 4th Street, East End, Illinois 60118 in the B1 Downtown Business District as we just reviewed and filled out?
I'll move to approve the findings of fact.
Okay.
A second.
Okay, Commissioner Hurd,
Yes.
Commissioner Fech,
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
and Chair Brunner.
Yes. So 4?
Yes.
Okay, so may I have a motion to recommend for approval to the village board regarding a request for a special use to allow for a restaurant with live entertainment as described in section 157050 F1D2 of the zoning ordinance located at 315 4th Street, East End, Illinois 60118 in the B1 Downtown Business District.
And that would be with the conditions.
With the conditions provided in the packet.
Any other conditions on the days of the week?
Yes, and I'm going to, well, here, no one can, let's just have no one say anything. And then we can review. So, seeing no motion, I withdraw that request. Let's perhaps have a quick discussion on additional requirements we may want to add to this request. So we have talked about adding a restriction for Friday and Saturday, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And do we want an additional hour restriction?
To midnight, the one,
I think the ones that we
Whatever
have are
exists.
already good.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
He said a more restrictive thing, but I think we can stick with what was.
Yeah.
Would
I
this
agree.
condition be recommending only those set days and hours that this would be permitted?
The condition I think we're talking about would be, the 2 days.
To permit live entertainment only on those 2 days?
Yes.
Okay.
If we wanted an additional day, let's say that something's happening on a Tuesday, or it looks like, Wednesdays might be nice to have open mic, I don't know, I'm just spitballing. Is that something that I come and say, hey, things are morphing and we're hoping to maybe do something on Wednesdays?
You can craft it in a way that gives the village administrator.
The flexibility.
Right.
Yeah, so I think the 2 options we could have will be to, we could let them operate for some time and then review it as well, right? Did we set this right? Because the thing is, if we had them come back to change it, it would be another application, another hearing, and another fee, right? Which we kind of don't want to, But it's, do we want to do something like that other people don't have? Are we strong on having the day of the week restriction?
I'll be honest with you,
Outside of
I'm kind of thinking that, so if the noise ordinance says Sunday through Thursday, to 10:30 p.m., Friday and Saturday to 11 p.m., I'm kind of inclined to just go with that.
I
Yeah.
would agree with you there.
Me
I think
too.
the rest of the conditions
Because it's more
solve for the
flexible.
problems, yeah.
And if you wanted longer times, you could request that, I guess, special.
Yeah, for that's,
Yeah.
that we have the process to get the extra hours,
Mhm.
so,
I know we have limited hours on one of the other places across the street,
Yeah.
but that's a different situation. Maybe.
It's about the same, I think. I think they just had one artist or two.
Indoor though, right? Or are they doing outdoor too? I wasn't at that meeting.
Cobb's?
yeah.
No, East Cafe.
Oh, East Cafe.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I think it's
the
just like
option
that.
I would like is,
Inside.
you know, we could say what it would be and then allow for expansion. I mean, the reason for doing the restriction is if it controls the, right, the potential of complaints.
Yeah.
So,
rare midweek.
we're-
Do I need to say?
yes,
Okay, yeah.
you should, yeah, I'm sorry. but-
Yeah, I did.
So, let's,
You could follow just the regular noise ordinance. You don't have to add a day of the week.
yeah.
Um,
I think what this is coming down to is I'd like a process we could more consistently follow. I don't
Mhm.
like,
With
What-
the
what-
rest of the.
yeah, like
people
with
in
other
town.
people who
Yeah.
come for
Because I
for
think everybody
applications.
wants the same thing, you know.
Well, right, like this request that I expect to only do it on these days. I'm being very, honest and saying this is what I expect to do, but we're also a brand new business and things are
Yeah,
gonna change.
it could change.
Mhm.
And I think that's the reality of a lot of people looking at live music,
Yeah.
right? Maybe they decide, yeah, this really doesn't work. We can do better business if we just have tables,
Mhm.
because we're always hitting our capacity with people buying drinks and, buying food. We don't need music to bring in more, and we're already at capacity. So there's a lot of things that could change it. So yeah, that's like, I think kind of where I stand. So we could, it could be a follow-up that you do with the applicant to get some more, acceptable constraint or a way that we could go back and they could add more. If we could say, it's a restriction and then, with it opening up, if there's no complaints, over a 6-month period, something like that.
Yeah, you could say, since it's fall already, I would say, live entertainment may be permitted Thursday through Saturday
Mm-hmm.
for 12 months, and after 12 months, reapply for expanded days of the week if desired, based on their operations.
Mm-hmm.
And should the applicant want to have a 1 or 2 day off event, then they would seek permission from the village administrator for the day of the week that you said, like an open mic or something like that.
Okay.
No more than twice a month.
Okay. So,
So Thursday through Saturday, 12-month period. After the 12th month, you could review your operations, Zambonis. We want to do Sundays. We want to do Wednesdays. Then at that time, you could review it and expand it.
they could come back at any point and ask.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
they could come back a month after the ordinance is passed and say we want to change it.
Yeah.
Of course.
So what would the 12-month thing do then?
It would, if you're concerned about the days of the week, you could then expand it more open
Yeah, but
and give that review period.
yeah. So, but that doesn't really end up doing anything. They would come back and do a new application in 12 months, which they could have done in 10 months. And you could have said no, or,
It doesn't hurt to put the review period.
okay. Okay, so we can say 12 months just to be clear, you know, the
Okay.
board
Mhm.
can obviously change that.
The review
Yours.
with
They want-
staff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that mean a reapplication?
No,
No.
Oh, so no reapplication.
if they don't choose to, right? If they want to expand those days a week, then sure. But if they don't want to, it's just a review of status update, how things are going.
Okay. 12-month review.
Hey, Franco, how do you keep track of those? Because I know, like, you know, whenever we have
We
these
all have, yeah.
meetings, how
Yeah.
do you? Because sometimes we're like, let's come back and touch base in 6 months. Let's come back.
And the
How
best
do
we could do is,
Is there a calendar?
yeah, we have a calendar and we reach
Okay.
out to them.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll come back to this one. And then the other one that I was thinking that we could potentially discuss is getting a feel, like with the inside area, it's a pretty tight area in general. Is it possible to have like Chris do a review based on where this would be set up, like what the impact on the occupancy would be? Is that something, like, so that they would know beforehand, like,
Well, we have on here, must comply with all fire and building code standards
Mhm.
as one of the conditions. And you could clarify that to mean submit site plans of stage to the building inspector so he could recalculate, and the fire marshal, so they could recalculate the floor space for a more updated occupancy max. Is that what you're getting at?
yeah, I mean, for the insides, I mean, I happened to talk to the applicant before the meeting. He said he wouldn't be building a stage, but yes, there's a
Or
floor plan, there's a
there's-
blocked off
There's
area.
gonna be a blocked off area.
Yeah.
It's gonna occupy footprint, which is then gonna lower how many
Yeah.
people you
Yeah.
can put in there.
Right,
So I guess what you're getting at is amending number 3, the property must comply with all applicable requirements of the village code, including without limitations, all fire and building codes and standards. And then we should put, you know, maybe semicolon, applicant must submit floor plans for indoor and outdoor space for the site area of any planned bands as, you know, regards to the square footage of the space. So the building inspector could review
yeah,
the footprint. Because that's what you're asking.
right, yeah,
How
yeah.
does it impact occupancy code?
Yeah, I think that was one of the, you know, when we went to do this special use, it was one of the big concerns, you know, not every spot, building may work to do inside live music based on its floor plan and its exits and its things like that.
Yeah.
So we should, I think about what that really means. Because you could theoretically have a place where the loss of headcount makes the business not viable, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we can't have anyone in here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a business decision on what
Yeah.
type of live entertainment they pursue.
Oh yeah, maybe the live entertainment buys a lot of beers or something while they're playing, I don't know.
Can only do so much.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that might be a useful kind of general thing that we add or make sure, because it's different, you know, it really impacts like what they can do and what size they can do.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our operators may not know what the impact of the different sizes may be.
Yeah.
You know, we could always say, well, we'll wait and then have a complaint or something.
Regardless, this is always gonna be up to review, whether it's in the condition or not.
Yeah,
It's gonna be up to the review of the building inspector and the fire marshal and the police officers. That's
Sure.
their
That's
say.
true.
It's just-
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think it's more like, do we want to like have it up front versus when they're actually
But
having.
it's on there, it says must
Okay.
include building codes and
Yeah.
standards, which includes a review from the building department and the fire.
Okay, for the stage. Okay, so you think it's adequate already?
I think it's built in there, unless you wanna spell it out. I do think there's a general understanding that the building inspector and fire marshal have the right to review.
That's how I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like right now, there is no plan, so they won't
The-
review anything.
They're, you know, the fire marshal and the building inspector are
They do
pretty good at
walkthroughs.
maintaining relations with
Okay,
business owners, so
Okay.
they sometimes email
Okay,
back and
great.
forth on where they're at, with their
Okay,
kitchen, with their floors, with their, any
Okay,
demolishing that they're doing.
yeah, so that's a great thing to add
And,
here
and
is
they
that.
typically will do like walkthroughs with the owner, and then they'll look at all the exiting, and they will evaluate that, and I think if they do need to see what the occupancy loads are, then
Yeah,
that's
so
when
If
you would
there's
have
any
to prepare.
concerns, we get
Yes.
emails sometimes from police officers.
Yeah.
Building inspector can
That's
take
great.
a look.
Yeah.
Fire department, we work closely with the fire and building all together. in
Well,
one
that's
place.
fantastic.
We
So-
do, we do communicate.
Okay, yeah, no, great. So like the fact this is gonna go through, when it goes through the board, the building inspector, you know, could contact them and be like, where are you planning on putting it? Yes,
Of course, yes. We
Okay, great.
numerous occasions, we take proactive measures, not to trip up an organization, but we just want to make sure there's no violations for safety.
Yeah, exactly. I think we all wanna have safe buildings in our town.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the key.
I mean, yes, and I wouldn't expect you guys to understand that, but it's built into, or know that, but it's built into this, and as from an operations side, we do communicate very well with our components.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay, so then back to the one with the dates. We're gonna say, recommend a 12-month review,
Yep.
administrative review.
I would say, and I think this is how we crafted it for 450 Dundee.
Mhm.
Applicant agrees to review with staff 12 months after the passage of the special use on status update.
Yeah, okay.
And
Okay,
it could be an email.
great. And then but then they would have to come to us if they wanted to make it bigger.
If there's any changes to the ordinance, an amendment to the ordinance, you have to go through the process.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So are we cool with adding that?
yes.
So you're, just to be clear, you're saying Thursday to Saturday?
Thursday, Friday,
Thursday.
Saturday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, until what time?
as listed in here, so no additional restrictions, just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it eliminates Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
You know, it's a recommendation, so. Okay, are we good with adding that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so may I have a motion to approve or to recommend to the board approval of a special request to allow a restaurant with live entertainment as described in section 157050 F1 D2 of the zoning ordinance located at 315 4th Street, East Dundee, Illinois 60118 in the B1 Downtown Business District with the conditions, the staff recommended conditions in the packet, as well as a restriction on days of the week to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, subject to a 12-month review on operations with staff to consider changing the desired days of operation.
I'll move to make that recommendation.
Second.
Take
We
a
have
roll.
to take turns.
Yes?
Commissioner Herr,
Yes.
Commissioner Feck,
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay. So that concludes our new business. We have no other business. Staff reports.
I signed up 3 commissioners, Commissioner Feck, Commissioner Reyes-Braher, and Commissioner Stenick. I'm sorry, Commissioner Herr, for the October 29th Zoom training offered by the American Planning Association.
Yeah, fantastic. And I do have a recording I'll get to you
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, on the shared drive.
on the shared drive of
Roundtable.
the chair roundtable, which it is targeted for chairs and vice chairs, so make sure that Maureen, I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, or the link was.
Haven't
out
watched
there.
it yet, but thank you for
Yeah,
sending it.
I'll be able to get that. I think it's very useful. I'll have, you can take a look at it, Franco, and see if we want to share it. I think it would be useful for everybody. There isn't really anything. It's
Awesome.
Q&A.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that. I think this training was very helpful. The original training, the training that you two will be going to, I think is going to be very helpful, especially for you, John. Being on the commission now, this is 4 or 5 months.
Something like that.
Yeah. Great. Anything else, Michael?
No.
Okay. So with that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There you
everybody.
go.
Thanks, Al. I'll
Thank you.
probably have this ordinance ready for the first Monday in November.